This was something sent to me on the Mover mailbag. If you want to send something to the Mover mailbag, movermailbag@cwlemoyne.com. Usually I'll address it or read it on the Mover mailbag, but this one was a little special.
3, 2, 1, fight off.
It's an article on Turbo Future. I think it's been featured on like the, MSN, Yahoo, whatever. And it says, people are horrified as this F-22 fighter jet stops midair, quote unquote, stops. And it says, maybe they think it's going to fall. Allison Blair. She says, when we see a fighter jet fly by, we would probably expect it to go by fast and be out of view quickly. But in this video from whatever, that's not the case. And it's on the Tiki-Takis. And do we really want to look? It's here. I'm not going to mute it. It's an air show. This dude's or person goes vertical and does a tail slide. Not really. I mean, I guess it's stopping. But, it's the whole thrust to weight ratio. Lift, weight, thrust, and drag when the equation starts. Anyway. So it does a tail slide, it recovers, and I don't see evidence of anyone being horrified. I don't even know why you'd say horrified. Like, who is where is the horror?
Oh, the simulated horror!
All right, so, okay. But maybe she's horrified. She says, I would literally be terrified that this thing was going to fall onto me. Ma'am, that jet was like 3,000 feet away. If it's falling down, it's not going to fall on you if you're the person taking this video. But I digress. Okay. It won't, thankfully. Well, I'm glad you know that. The F-22 fighter jet was basically made for this. Also true. One of the most common uses of the F-22 is what's called dogfighting.
Then it's a dogfight.
Okay. Which is essentially just air-to-air combat with another jet. I like it. In order to successfully dogfight another jet, your jet needs to be still. Like, not even Top Gun Maverick had this right. Like, you could just watch Top Gun Maverick and know this is stupid. That's real. That's a real shot.
Dude.
That's
that
what it looks
real.
like.
You can tell because the leading edge the slats are all the way down, and I can I've seen this 1,000 times.
1,000%. Like, okay. So no, your jet does not need to be still. We maneuver in relation to the Bandit. You need to be able to solve range, angles, and closures for either a gun or missile shot. This allows you to fire with accuracy. Otherwise, you could hit an unintended target and cause damage to nearby planes. So now clear avenue of fire is determined by you being still. Does she think that you're a sniper? Like on a hillside in the jet? Like where, what? I'm honestly, I'm speechless. I don't have words for this because what? So like even the Cobra and all that stuff where I've talked about it's an air show maneuver and it's not really that useful. Those are defensive. Those are maneuvers, high alpha, to get either high off bore sight shot or maybe to change the geometry instantaneously, something to force an overshoot, closure problems, something when someone else is in your control zone. I've never seen, except for Bruce Willis's Die Hard, I've never seen you needing to be still to make a shot. But let's continue because there's more. But they're not technically stopping. I'm glad you said that. If the jet literally, there's that word again, stopped midair, it would go into free fall very quickly and kill everyone on board and probably anyone in its path. Do you know that that's what happened in the video that you're talking about? Was it went into a free fall in the tail slide? The thing is, that whole aerodynamics, it actually recovered. But for a second there, it wasn't a free fall. As far as killing everyone on board, it's just the one person, as God intended. Instead, this stopping technique is actually hovering. It's hovering like a helicopter. It's hovering. Just like Bruce Willis's Die Hard. Some fighter jets are able to hover in one spot, which would give them the ability to hover. Wait, let me read that again. Some fighter jets are able to hover in one spot, which would give them the ability to hover. Some fighter jets are able to hover in one spot, which would give them the ability to hover. Who wrote this? Joe Biden?
Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Strike and return to active flight immediately. Or in this case, turn around. None of these things can be said to be true. The ability to hover, strike, and return to active flight immediately. Okay, no. If the jet is specifically engineered to be able to do this, like the F-22 and F-35, Fat Amy can do it too, apparently. It will cause no damage to the jet whatsoever. If another pilot were to try in a different, non-capable jet, though, it would lead to some serious flight complications.
Yo, Rick. Yo, Rick.
Well, let me jet.
Yo, Rick.
You sensei.
Such as the what?
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq.
If you're ever in a situation where you feel like a jet has stopped midair above you, why? Why would the people reading Turbo Future Tech News be in this situation other than an air show? Where most people are like, oh, that's an air show. Yeah, cool. It did the air show things. You have nothing to worry about. Thank God. Oh, but if you see it start to fall, as it did in the video, you should probably run. Thank you for that. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen an F-22 do? Oh, man. I've seen it do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yo, they just shot it. No way. Let's go.
Okay, so what have we learned? No. So this is an air show maneuver, right? It's a tail slide. A lot of airplanes can do it. If you ever watch an RC airplane, the RC airplane can actually do the hovering thing that she's talking about because they'll just hang it on the blade because it's thrust to weight. That's what that boils down to. Literally everything in this article, except for like maybe one or two things, was wrong. I don't know what else to say other than yikes. This is the state of our education system. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to bully this person. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, why would you write this? Like, what? This is like what you, like, if you, who's the audience? I guess that's my bigger question, because who is the audience? Is it for toddlers? Is it for like children? Like, why are you telling the kids to run too? If it's for kids, why are you telling them to run? Just tell them, hey, good, look good, cool. Because that's not really productive. I mean, even if you did run, look at the closure rates. You're probably going to die. So that's not going to work if it's falling. You know, if that's what she's saying has happened. But this vexes me. I'm incredibly vexed. All right, let me know in the comments what you think. Am I wrong? Am I being too harsh? I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I've done this wrong my whole career, and I needed to be more still. When you're hurtling through the air at 480 knots and 9 Gs, maybe I should have just said, hold up, wait a minute, stopped, and then aimed, you know, taken some deep breaths, and then squeezed the trigger like a sniper. Maybe that'll work. Maybe she's revealing the secrets of our sniper raptors to our enemies now. Oh God, is the FBI going to come now?